My name Nurul Atira binti Cik Hassan. I will present Chapter 1, Introduction. Background and content. Peer influence is a pervasive aspect of women's socialization, especially during the formative years of adolescence and young adulthood. Extravagant behavior involves excessive use of money, often socially and culturally motivated. Among the scope of our research is the university environment, where we study the university environment because the university is a microscope of education where students from various backgrounds gather. Statement of problem. Emotional problem are a problem that is difficult to see through the naked eyes only, and also emotional problem can lead to depression problem and also experiencing unstable and uncontrollable emotion. This peer influence is easy to get caught up in because students spend a lot of time with friends rather than family because of the demand of learning. Research question. What is the most effective coping mechanism that university students can use to avoid getting caught up in the influence of peer on extravagance? What kind of extravagance influenced by peer will bring harm in terms of mental health to university students? What is the view of university students on the extravagant nature that occur due to influence of peers? Research objective. Analyze the emotional response and physiological effect experienced by students who are deceived by the extravagant behavior of their peers. To study the nature of extravagant behavior in peer group at university. Study the side effect that will happen to students who are deceived by the extravagant attitude of their peers. To evaluate how university students deal with the get out of the influence of their peers or extravagance. Next, operation definition. Peer influence, according to Wikipedia, it is a direct or indirect influence among peers that is member of a social group with similar interests, experience, or social status. Emotional peer influence. Emotion are strong feeling directed towards someone or something. Emotion also refer to the reaction to a person or event when feeling happy, angry, and afraid of something. Wasteful attitude. According to the Bahasa Dictionary, prodigal means not thrifty, like to spend excess money and use things excessively.
Hi, my name is Siti Masara binti Mustafa and my machine number is 81830AC. So I will present about literature review. A literature review is my previous research on the topic or research question such as peer influence effect of university student emotional damage due to the influence of peer extravagance. This analysis includes both published and unpublished work. The primary goal of a literature review are to identify gaps, disagreement, and pattern in the body of existing research as well as to present a true summary of the state of knowledge as it stands of a particular topic. So, we examine the article pertaining to the independent and dependent variable in this title review of the literature. Next is the dependent variable. The first step in any experimental research is variable data, which can take many forms. Since they are the main parameter under investigation, the independent and dependent variable are the most important of all these techniques. According to Susana Godoy, the value taken by the dependent variable will always be related to other data. It will reduce investigative error because it's directly tied to the independent variable. So, the variable for this title is Overcome Emotional Well-being, and this section review 15 articles related to the dependent variable in this study. After that, the independent variable. The independent variable can provide some example of the dependent variable, which is why it is called manipulative. It is said that there are usually no more than two independent variables in an experiment because it is variable isolated from other variables. It should be noted that the value of an independent variable in a function is a type of value that is independent of other value and can be set freely. In this study, perceive their influence on extravagance serve as an independent variable. Below will be review 15 articles related to independent variable in this study. And the last but not least is the research gap. For this research gap, I will present about variable, author and discussion for 10 articles. So for the article on dependent variable, it is from Ed Denner, Christina Pascolen, and Richard E. Lucas, 2003. Discuss about development of philosophical concept which is subjective well-being. Second is from Ulrich Schima, 2006. Discuss the paper delve into the complex relationship within subjective well-being, highlighting the importance of both affective and cognitive components. That is from Barbara Fredrickson, 2000. Discuss the article emphasize the importance to fostering positive emotion to prevent and treat problems originating from negative emotion. 4 is Margaret A. Chesley, Lina A. Dark, Kate Hoster, Channel M. Taylor, Donald B. Chamber, and David A. Anderson, 2005, discuss research has predominantly focused on the negative impact of stress and depressed emotional state on health outcomes, investing connection with conditions like high blood pressure, unhealthy habits, and social factors. And lastly is from Barbara Fredrickson and Thomas Joyner, 2000, discuss the study on positive emotion and emotional well-being provide empirical evidence supporting the broadening and building theory. Lastly is the article for the independent variable. First is from Charlie Laferley and Karachan 2008. Discuss the summary discusses the study focus on the role of marketing communication and the social factor in shaping materialistic consumption idea among Singaporean adolescents. Second is from Dr. Karachan, Dr. Hon Zhan, and Iris C1 2006. Discuss the study focuses on the prevalence of materialistic idea among adolescents in mainland China and adapt a Western developed materialism measurement to a Chinese culture framework. That is Helen Ido, 2015, discussed about materialism referred to the important individual based on acquiring and possessing material goods. The psychological and social culture factor influencing materialistic tendencies have been studied in various contexts. Number 4 is from Aina Ulfa Shaputra 2022 discussed about the article highlight the impact of peer pressure of teenager consumption behavior, particularly in speaking luxury and expensive goods to fulfill their desire for physical comfort and indulgence. And the last is from Ella Utami 2019 discuss about the study emphasized the intricate relationship between social media activity, peer influence, economic numeracy, and hairstyle choice in influencing the behavior of class IPS students. Thank you.
Hello and hi, my name is Noor Atira binti Muhammad Nazir and my metric number is 8182804. I will present about Chapter 3 Research Methodology. The design of this study used a quantitative research study. We use both primary and secondary data sources in this study. Primary data is collected through a questionnaire and secondary data was obtained from websites and journal articles. We also choose a correlational and experimental form of research for these studies. Correlation analysis to investigate possible statistically significant relationship, while the experimental study involves the independent variable to observe whether it leads to change in the dependent variables. Method and sources. In this study, we use three measurement scales, that is nominal, ordinal, and interval scales. Nominal scale offers some information about the demography of respondent. Next, the opinion of each respondent is measured using an ordinal scale. Last, interval scale is used to display data in organized categories with equal and significant intervals between subsequent points. Data analysis. We retrieve a total of 219 respondents who are university students. This survey takes 10 days starting from 9 November 2023 until 19 November 2023, and the set of questions is distributed to respondents online via Google Form. We also use statistical software such as SPSS to analyze survey data. Sampling. The population in this study is the entire group of university students. The sample in this study is a total of 219 university students, while the subject refers to individual university students who are part of the sample. This is our development questionnaire, where we have 13 questions about independent variables and 12 questions about dependent variables. And this is Likert scale.
Chapter 4, Data Analysis and Interpretation, Demographic Profile. Respondents obtained for gender are male 37.4%, female 62.6%, age 19 to 21 years 23.7%, 22 to 24 years 48.9%, 25 to 27 years 29.5%, 28 and above 5.9%. Current years of study at university: first years 16%, 2 years 14.6%, 3 years 43.8%, 4 years 25.6%. For place of study state, the highest, namely the state of Kelantan, with the highest number of respondents, 31.5%. The three lowest states are Penang, Islam, Sarawak and Wilayah Persekutuan, which has the same respondent, 1.8%. Race: Melayu 19%, China 5.9%, India 4.1%. Reliability statistic: Cronbach alpha value is above 0.700, which is 0.940. This shows that the study done is acceptable. Testing of hypothesis: Cronbach alpha value for per influence perception of extra ranges 0.896 and Cronbach alpha value for overcome emotional well-being 0.886. Correlation is a statistical technique for figuring out the strength and direction of a relationship between two variables. The correlation between IPE means and OEW mean is 0.858. Regression model summary: the value found in the table are correlation coefficient R 0.858, R square 0.739, adjuster R square 0.735. Standard error of the estimate 0.38613, Darwin-Watson 1.861. Coefficient are standard desert coefficient B, constant negative 0.499, IPE mean 0.947. Standard desert coefficient beta, IPE mean is 0.858. T-value for constant negative 3.079 and IPE means value 24.597. For sign, the value for constant is 0.002. Residual statistic: residual are the difference between the observed value and the value predicted by the regression model. Analyzing the residual is important to assess the goodness of fit of the model. Dimension, commonalities. In component analysis, the amount of variance in An observed variance that may be explained by a share factor is refers to a commonalities. The above table display the initial value 1.000 for IPE means and OEW mean as well as the extraction value 0.929 for these two variables. Correlation metric. In the correlation metric, it says show the correlation between two variables, namely between IPE mean and OEW mean. The main diagonal metric contains the correlation between each variable and itself, which is always 1.
Chapter 5. Contribution and Conclusion. Research contribution. First is theoretical contribution. Theoretical contribution in research involves adding insight or perspective to existing knowledge crucial for scientific advancement. Social identity theory is utilized to explore how peer groups influence the formation of social identity among university students and impact of their emotional well-being. Copy theory contributes by proposing alternative explanation, perspective challenging existing theory and generating new hypotheses. Second is practical contribution. Practical contributions in research go beyond theory, providing tangible benefit in real-world situations. The practical contribution of the research we conduct includes developing interventions, programs, and directly addressing identified issues. The main goal of this practical contribution is to positively impact the emotional well-being of university students and create effective strategies to create a supportive campus environment. Conclusion. In conclusion, research on peer influence and emotional disorder of university students use a robust methodology, revealing key variables through quantitative techniques. The study revealed that the extravagant behavior of peers significantly affects the emotional well-being of students, leading to stress and anxiety. This research advanced our understanding of the relationship between peer behavior and emotional health, enables the development of targeted intervention to assist students in coping with college life and contribute to ongoing initiatives for holistic student development.